type of adventure. Pretty much everything's going to be from this book. And you got to try to find out who the murderer is before the train pulls up to the station. So we are going to try and figure out who said murder is. Okay, use the up and down directional buttons to select a choice. Use the cross button to activate the selected choice, and the circle button to return to the table of contents at any time. Okay. Boop. Typical settings about it. Restore moments. 0 out of 11 so far. It's about murder. Okay, this is murder on the Disorient Express. Copyright Infinite Zone. All rights reserved. All assets were sourced from the public domain or used with the permission of the copyright holders, based on the murder of the Disorient Express by Shane Hayes and Jonah Oxhandler. Additional artwork by Kritzloff. Table of contents. Okay, going back. Alright, let's start a new story. Okay.
Your name is Robert Carpenter. The year is 1906. You are on a train bound for Istanbul from London. You are awoken by a piercing shriek from the carriage ahead.
You roll out of the bed and throw on some clothes.
You want to know what happened. Do you ask?
The weeping young woman, the older man in the fancy suit, the older woman in an elegant dress, the young man in an extravagant jacket, the young man in plain clothing. It's even Christmas. I'm still waking up. The bearded man with the book under his arm, the baggy boy, the waitress, the chef, or you're finished. I'm done. I hear a shriek. What do I do? You know, I'm gonna ask the weeping young woman. Because there's a couple people. There's the weeping young woman. There's an older woman. Young man. Two young men. Jeez, there's a couple young men. Holy smokes. Okay. Bearded man with a book under his arm. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I hear a piercing scream. I'm gonna roll out of bed and then ask, you know, the weeping woman what happened.
My father's been murdered.
Do you ask?
Okay, she says the father's been murdered. There's a bunch of people nearby. Well, of course, that you hear a scream. Everybody's gonna show up. I'm gonna ask the man in the plain clothing.
A wealthy businessman is dead. Some people think he was murdered.
Do you ask?
Yeah. Woman in an elegant.
My husband's business partner is dead. It's a shame, he was such a nice man.
Do you ask?
This is asking everybody. Okay.
A business partner of mine has been found dead in his room.
Do you ask?
That's what I'm getting from everybody. The waitress gonna say the same thing?
A very rich man has died on a train.
Yeah, okay, so
how
finish.
very mysterious.
There is something fishy about this whole situation. You decide to talk to the passengers and staff to get the whole story. The train will arrive at the next station at precisely 6 a.m. You have until then to learn what you can. You may move freely between the carriages, but 15 minutes will pass any time you talk to someone.
So 15 minutes every time I talk to somebody. Train will arrive at 6 a.m. Well, what time is it now?
The current time is 2:15 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage. This is the Magnus family's room. where William James Magnus III lies dead. Olivia Magnus is here.
I'm gonna engage with her. You're here. 15 minutes. Okay, so it should tell me the current time. I'm gonna click on it. Boop.
Who's there?
15 minutes.
Oh, Mr. Carpenter, it's you.
I came to offer my deepest condolences. And also to ask a few questions, if you don't mind.
Yes? What is it?
Well, you made it sound like your father was murdered, but I don't see any sign of a struggle. What makes you suspect foul play?
Oh, is that how I made it sound? I can't remember what I said. It's just so horrible.
I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, don't worry. My father and I weren't very close. It's funny, though he just passed away, it feels like I haven't seen him in years.
What do you mean?
Well, when I was younger, his business was much smaller. We were not the wealthy family we are now. Then the business grew, and it absorbed him. He lived and died for his business. I hardly seem to see him anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Take this trip, for instance. You may think that we're headed to Istanbul for a holiday, but really it's for business. He and the Chamberlains had some foreign negotiations to settle with their business partners in India.
Okay.
Do you know the Chamberlains well?
Yes. Our families are rather close, as you might suspect. We played blackjack tonight, you know.
Blackjack?
Yes. We were playing in the recreation carriage for about an hour this evening. It's a shame you went there to play with us. We finally called it quits around midnight.
Okay, so 12:30?
So the five of you were together the entire evening?
No, it was just Mr. Chamberlain, his son, and I. Mrs. Chamberlain detests blackjack, so I remember she left to go to bed early. I parted ways with the others once the game ended.
I see. Thank you for sharing all this information.
You're welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to talk to Thomas. Goodbye for now.
The current time is 2:30 a.m.
Okay, so
You are in the first-class carriage. This is the Magnus family's room, where William James Magnus III lies dead. Olivia Magnus is here. You can't interact anymore.
Yeah, I can't interact with her anymore. Let's go back to the first class corridor.
The current time is 2:30 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage. This is where wealthy passengers have large, extravagant rooms. There is nobody here to talk to.
Okay. Since she was claiming that she was with the Chamberlains, let's go to that room.
The current time is 2:30 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage. This is the Chamberlain family's room. There is nobody here to talk to.
Could wait. I need to talk to people.
The current time is 2:30 a.m. You are in the first-class.
Magnus's room.
The current time is 2:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, no, I already talked.
You are in the. The current time is 2:30 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage.
I can't talk to her.
This is where wealthy passengers have large, extravagant rooms.
Second-class carriage.
The current time is 2:30 a.m. You are in the second-class
Nobody
carriage.
here to talk to either.
This is where average passengers have modest rooms.
Well, I guess
There is nobody here to talk to.
see if there's anything close.
The current time is 2:30 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is Klaus Metz's room. A selection of communist literature is gathered neatly on the bedside table. Catherine Chamberlain is here.
Let's talk to her. Let's try to talk to
Catherine.
Chamberlain.
What are you doing in Klaus's room?
Goodness me! How long have you been standing there? Don't frighten me like that, my dear man.
Sorry.
He's a suspicious one, isn't he? Have you seen his eyes? Those are the eyes of a man who's capable of murdering for his ideals. I've been watching him all night.
Have you now? Can you tell me a little more about your evening?
If it pleases you. I was dining until 11 with my husband and son, and then we headed to the recreation room. They began gambling with Olivia, so I left to get 40 winks, if you know what I mean. Really, I was keeping my eyes peeled for that red devil.
What can you tell me about Klaus?
Not much, unfortunately, other than his short temper and propensity for violence. Who knows how he could afford to ride this train and order a bottle of fine wine?
Wine?
Yes, see this bottle? Sebastiani's fine Italian Pinot Grigio, the finest wine on the train. It was here when I got here, I swear it.
Klaus never struck me as a wine drinker, though he does drink just about everything else.
Well, maybe there's more to this man than meets the eye. While my husband and son were playing blackjack, I searched
Which
his room
corroborates.
thoroughly to no avail. Just a few copies of the Communist Manifesto, nothing more.
Can you tell me a little more about your evening?
Why, Robert? You're going to make me blush. It's not often someone takes an interest in me, but I'm afraid I don't have much more to tell. At about midnight, I headed back to our room, and my
That's
husband
true.
and son weren't long behind. The next thing I know, little Olivia is screaming just outside our door. The poor dear.
Thank you for telling me everything you know.
Of course. Ta-ta for now.
Which kind of corroborates her story.
The current time is 2:45
Oh,
a.m.
Klaus is there.
You are in the second-class carriage. This is Klaus Metz's room. A selection of communist literature is gathered neatly on the bedside table. Klaus
No.
Metz is here.
That kind of corroborates her story of Miss Chamberlain leaving early and playing the card game with him, and her son was there too. Klaus.
My old friend Robert. How have you been, buddy? And just what are you doing in my blasted room at this time of night?
Klaus, have you had too much to drink? I see you finished an entire bottle of wine.
Wine. Wine. Wine is for the bourgeois. I don't know where this bottle came from.
Sebastiani's fine Italian Pinot Grigio. It looks expensive. How did you afford this?
You swine. You're accusing me of stealing, are ya? Sure, go on, continue exploiting the defenseless proletariat. I'll have you know that I have gone nowhere near that kitchen after it closed.
Where do you think it came from then?
Who knows? Someone must have put it there just to rile me up. It wasn't there the last time I was in here.
When was that?
Yeah.
It must have been around 1 in the morning. That Carter kid and the dead man's daughter were having a little fight, and I left to try to get some shut-eye in the recreation carriage.
That's right. They were at it for nearly an hour.
Let's kind of see where that bottle came from. So we'll go to the kitchen next.
Say, do you remember what they were fighting about?
Now that ye mention it, it was something about expensive wine. You don't think this bottle could be theirs, could you?
It is the most expensive wine on the train.
Oh yeah, there was also the blackmail.
What? Why did you mention this sooner?
Oh, Robert. It's all par for the course in capitalism. Apparently old William Magnus was blackmailing someone named C. I guess his daughter thought it must have stood for Carter, because she wouldn't let it go. But Carter kept denying that he was receiving any threats.
This is an important development. Thank you, Klaus.
Yeah. Thank me later, comrade.
You have encountered a new story moment, the letter C.
Alright, who is this letter C?
The current time is 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Okay.
You are in the second-class carriage. This is Klaus Metz's room. A selection of communist literature is gathered neatly on the bedside table. Klaus Metz is here. You can't interact anymore.
Let's go back to the corridor.
The current time is 3 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is where average passengers have modest rooms. There is nobody here to talk to.
A recreation carriage? Because I want to go to the kitchen.
The current time is 3 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage.
Second class carriage.
The current time is 3 a.m. You are in the
Recreation
second-class
carriage.
carriage. This is where average The current time is 3 a.m. You are in the
Baggage
recreation.
carriage. Oh,
The
come
current
on.
time
Really? It's not going to give me the kitchen?
The current time is 3 a.m. You are in the recreation carriage.
Let's go here.
The current time is 3 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is where average passengers have modest
Trying to follow a
rooms.
lead here.
There is nobody here to talk to.
Let's view the evidence.
Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr., Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr., and Olivia were playing blackjack together from 11:30 to 12:30. Catherine was away from her family from 11:30 to 12:30 while they were playing blackjack.
Yep.
Catherine said she searched Klaus's room while her husband and son were playing blackjack, but she didn't find anything unusual. Klaus is addicted to alcohol. An empty wine bottle was found in Klaus's room after the murder. A blackmail letter addressed to C was found in Magnus's room. Magnus and the Chamberlains were traveling to Istanbul to settle foreign negotiations with Indian businessmen.
Yep.
There were no signs of a struggle in Magnus's room, and the victim had no visible wounds. Olivia and Thomas were having a heated discussion in his room after 1. Olivia immediately suspected that her father was murdered.
So he knew his murder, the person that murdered him.
The current time is 3 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is where average passengers have modest rooms.
Let's go.
There is nobody here to talk
Go to
to.
Thomas's room.
The current time is 3 a.m.
And Olivia Magnus.
You are in
Let's
the
engage with
second-class
these two.
carriage.
Olivia, I'm sorry. This must be so hard for you.
It was you, wasn't it?
What?
You did it for me, didn't you? I know you killed my father. And to celebrate with a bottle of wine after doing the deed.
Olivia, I don't understand. What are you?
Don't play dumb with me, Thomas. He was a threat to both of us. No wonder you were in so much debt.
Olivia, please hear me out. If I had killed the old man, I would have told you. And I assure you, I had no monetary connections to the man. The debt I'm in is my own damn fault.
Even if it was, Father was still in the way of our marriage. Yesterday you even said you would kill to be with me.
Oh, Olivia, you know I was exaggerating. Now, hold on for a moment. When could I have killed your father? I was in my room almost all night.
Then why were you just returning to your room when I arrived for our time together at 1?
Oh,
Say no more. To think you could take another man's life.
Olivia, please. What kind of person do you think I am?
Okay, so she kind of corroborates her story of being in the argument. The Chamberlain lady being in Klaus's room. Or Klaus talking about how they were arguing at about 1.
I'm sorry, Thomas. I really want to trust you. But it's just so awful.
Don't worry. I understand. Your life's just been turned upside down. If your father really was murdered, I'm sure the police will get to the bottom of it as soon as we reach the station.
I hope you're right.
As for returning to my room, I went to go see the Chamberlains a little after midnight, but they were all asleep in their room. I can't believe all three of them snore so loudly.
I know, they've been so loud the entire trip. But surely you couldn't have been listening to them snore the entire time you were away.
That...
See? I knew there was something you're not telling me.
Olivia, wait. I can explain.
The current time is 3:15 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is Thomas Carter's room.
Yeah.
An assortment of poetry and classic literature is strewn haphazardly across the bed. There is nobody here to talk to.
Woo. And let's go back to the second last quarter. Interesting.
The current time is 3:15 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is where average passengers have modest rooms. There is nobody here to talk to. The current time is 3:15 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is your room.
Ugh.
You were blissfully asleep here not so long ago. Alice Christie is here.
Oh my goodness. Right. All right. What is Alice doing in my room? Let's engage with her. It'll be 3:30.
Robert.
Hello, Alice. Investigating, I see.
My, you have a sharp intellect. I even brought my dusting equipment as a cover story.
Are you searching for anything in particular?
As a matter of fact, I am. You don't happen to have any document showing your handwriting, do you?
Here's a letter I wrote to my parents a few days ago. I'm planning on sending it as soon as we reach the station.
Well, this is a surprisingly personal letter. But luckily for you, there's no match.
What do you mean? No match with what?
Take a look at this. It's a note I found in Magnus's room. The ink is still fresh, meaning it must have been written by somebody on this train. See, you had better pay up now, or you won't make it off this train alive. There's no doubt. It's a classic case of blackmail.
If someone was blackmailing William Magnus, why is the letter addressed to C?
Way ahead of you, Robert. I've had everyone on the train show me their handwriting. And so far, I've found no handwriting matches.
Really?
That only leaves one possibility. This letter must have been written by William Magnus himself.
So you're saying it's an undelivered blackmail letter? Who do you think it's addressed to?
I suppose it could be quite a few people. Thomas Carter, Catherine Chamberlain, Geoffrey Chamberlain. It could even be addressed to myself, for taking so long to fetch Mr. Magnus a bottle of wine.
Wine?
Yes, you didn't know. Mr. Magnus ordered a bottle of the train's finest Pinot Grigio while he was dining with Mr. Carter. Only, I may have gotten a little absorbed in my book.
Okay. Bottle of wine from fetch Mr. Magnus. A bottle of wine. Okay, so she grabbed the wine, but she took longer because she got caught up in a book.
By the time I brought it out, the two men had already left. I delivered the bottle to Mr. Magnus's room at 1:45.
I see. So, do you think Mr. Magnus could have been blackmailing Thomas Carter?
It's certainly a possibility. I overheard that Carter's deep in debt, and blackmail could be a reason why. I'm not spilling all of the secrets I found quite yet, though. If you want to see the master sleuth at work, join me in the recreation carriage at 3:45. I'll have the case solved by then, or my name's not Alice Christie.
Thanks for the invitation. See you around. The current time is 3:30 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage.
Murder in the
This is your
Disorient.
room. You were blissfully asleep here not so long ago. Alice Christie is here.
Yeah, I can't interact
You
with
can't
her anymore.
interact
She
anymore.
seems to think she can solve it here in the next 15 minutes.
The current time is 3:30 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is where average passengers have modest rooms. The current time is 3:30 a.m. The current time is
Klaus is
3:30
back
a.m.
here in the dining.
You are in the dining carriage. This is where passengers
kitchen.
sit down to eat. Klaus Metz is here. The current time is 3:30 a.m. You are in the kitchen carriage. This is where food for the passengers is stored and prepared. There is nobody here to talk to. You have encountered a new story moment, end to end.
Alright, go back to the dining carriage.
The current time
Klaus
is
is
3:30
there.
a.m. You are in the dining carriage. This is where passengers sit down to eat.
Let's engage with him.
Robert. I still can't believe this bottle of wine just showed up in my room. Empty. Whoever placed it there didn't even bother to leave me any. Well, I'll leave it here, for that waitress to clean up.
Klaus, that could be important evidence.
If it's that important, I'm sure the waitress would have been all over it by now, don't you think?
I suppose Alice is a little over-eager to solve this mystery.
That reminds me. I was having my last drink for the night in the dining car, when Alice passed by with an entire bottle of wine for old Magnus.
Yeah, this is true.
In fact, I think it was this same brand. Sebastiani's Fine Italian Pinot Grigio. Now, who orders an entire bottle of wine at a quarter until midnight?
The same brand? What if it's the same bottle?
I guess it could be.
Can you tell me a little more about what happened before and after this wine delivery?
If it's so important to ya. I was thinking of spending some time in the recreation carriage when the Chamberlain lady passed by, heading for bed by the looks of it. I figured that meant it was all clear. But no.
Okay.
Her husband and son were still there, playing blackjack with the dead man's daughter. The extravagance of the scene made me so sick that I had to head to the dining car for a drink.
So that's why you were there so late. Do you remember what time it was?
It was half an hour before the kitchen closed, so 11:30, I guess. Old Magnus was just leaving with that Thomas Carter fellow. I overheard that Magnus ordered the wine but was getting impatient, so I guess they just decided to leave.
Yeah, 'cause she was taking her
I
time.
wonder why it took so long for the waitress to get a bottle.
No idea. Anyway, I got booted from the dining car a little after midnight, but not without a fight. You gotta fight the system of oppression, Robert.
The poor chef.
Anyway, I got my peace and quiet for a time. Happy?
Thank you, Klaus. This is all valuable information.
Yeah. Save your flattery for the bourgeois.
It's
The
3:45.
current time is 3:45 a.m.
Now I can either talk to Jeffrey
You are in the
Chamberlain
dining carriage.
or go
This is
to
where passengers sit down to eat. Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr. is here.
recreation because she's got the first class carriage.
The current time is 3:45 a.m.
And
You are in the first class carriage. This is where wealthy passengers have large...
yeah.
The current time is 3:45 a.m. You are in the first class carriage.
Dining room.
The current time is 3:45 a.m.
Yeah,
You
Jeffrey
are in the
Chamberlain's
dining
here.
carriage. This is where passengers sit down to eat.
Kitchen carriage. Dining carriage.
The current time
First class
is
carriage.
the current time is
Second
3:45
class
a.m.
carriage.
The current time
Recreation,
is
there we go.
3:45 a.m. The current time is 3:45 a.m. You are in the recreation carriage.
Alice, Arthur, John.
This is where passengers can relax
Olivia,
and play games. Alice
Carter,
Christie, Arthur
Jr.
Darcy,
Sr.
John Smith, Olivia Magnus, Thomas Carter, Jeffrey
See what she
Chamberlain
has to
Sr.
say.
and Catherine Chamberlain are here.
Engage in this one.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I realize that it has been a long day for us all, so I will cut to the chase.
You know who murdered my father?
Why, of course, dear. They are among us as we speak.
I don't like this, dear. To think that one of us could be a killer.
There, Catherine, my love. Alice, assuming Mr. Magnus was murdered, what makes you think the killer is in this very room?
Aha! I'm glad you asked. After all, your son and Klaus Metz are elsewhere, are they not? But think of it this way. It would be foolish for the true murderer to turn down a hearing such as this. Not only do they miss out on what is currently known, but they also cast unnecessary suspicion upon themselves. No, the murderer is here. So which one of you could it be? The daughter who stands to inherit Mr. Magnus's vast fortune? Her love interest who's in an incredible amount of debt? Or maybe the business partner and his wife who were, by their own admission, not on the best terms with Mr. Magnus?
Ah,
Or could it be our brand new baggage boy, who's been acting suspicious the minute he set foot on this train?
I thought you were going to cut to the chase.
This has been a challenging mystery, but the killer's identity is revealed by a few key facts. First, William Magnus ordered a bottle of wine that I delivered at precisely 11:45.
Yep.
The wine he ordered was a bottle of Sebastiani's fine Italian Pinot Grigio, our finest and our most expensive wine on the train. That was the last time anyone claims to have seen Mr. Magnus alive.
Yeah.
Second, in the kitchen, we found a bottle of strychnine, a potent poison. I know for a fact it wasn't there before the kitchen closed, meaning someone must have snuck into the kitchen late at night.
Ah,
Third, while the killer was planting evidence, they also took something from the kitchen. That's right, don't think for a second that I hadn't noticed. They took another bottle of the same brand of wine, just to cause confusion. But the jig is up. The murderer made one all-important mistake. They did not expect the intellect of Alice Christie.
Okay.
Did you, Olivia Magnus, Thomas Carter, Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr., Catherine Chamberlain, and John Smith?
I'm sorry. Are you accusing all of us?
Why, of course. This murder was far too risky for one person to pull off alone. One ill-timed passerby would ruin everything. That's why you all waited until late into the night. All of you, except for Thomas Carter, were waiting in the recreation carriage until Arthur and I were fast asleep. Once the coast was clear, you all snuck over to Magnus's room and poisoned him.
This is all such poppycock. Just look at how much you have upset young Olivia. Some things, Alice, are better left unsaid.
I didn't murder my father. Why would I? Sure, he was tough to live with at times, but
This is not the reaction I expected to hear.
Alice, I for one think that you have been spouting utter nonsense. You should be ashamed of yourself, coming up with such an outrageous theory.
I'm sorry to say it, but I think I agree with them, Alice. This theory's quite a stretch.
Fine. I'll find a piece of evidence so decisive, you'll all apologize for criticizing my theory. Come, Arthur. We have some work to do.
You have encountered a new story moment, bitter truth. The current
4
time
o'clock.
is 4 a.m. You are in the recreation carriage. This is where passengers can relax and play games. Olivia Magnus, Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr., Catherine Chamberlain, and Thomas Carter are here. The current time is 4 a.m. You are in the baggage carriage. This is where the passenger's luggage is stored. Magnus ordered a bottle of wine before leaving the dining carriage, but the waitress took a long time to fetch it. Alice Christie was the last to see Magnus alive around 11:45. Alice Christie is obsessed with murder mysteries. Olivia, Arthur, John, Catherine and Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr. attended Alice Christie's grand reveal at 3:45 in the recreation carriage. Alice delivered wine to Magnus's room at 1:45.
Correct.
Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr., Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr., and Olivia were playing blackjack together from 11:30 to 12:30. Catherine was away from her family from 11:30 to 12:30 while they were playing blackjack. Catherine said she searched Klaus's room while her husband and son were playing blackjack, but she didn't find anything unusual. The Chamberlains all fell asleep around 12:30. This was John Smith's first time working on the train. Klaus is addicted to alcohol.
Yeah, Klaus is addicted to alcohol.
Klaus was the only passenger in the dining carriage from 11:30 to a little after midnight. An empty wine bottle was found in Klaus's room after the murder. A blackmail letter addressed to C was found in Magnus's room. Magnus and the Chamberlains were traveling to Istanbul to settle foreign negotiations with Indian businessmen. There were no signs of a struggle in Magnus's room, and the victim had no visible wounds.
Yeah, which means he knew his attacker.
Olivia and Thomas were having a heated discussion in his room after 1. Olivia immediately suspected that her father was murdered. As his sole kin, Olivia Magnus is favored in her father's will. A bottle of strychnine was found in the kitchen. Only a few people were in a position to use it. Thomas is in a tremendous amount of debt.
Doesn't really give him...
The current time is 4 a.m. You are in the baggage carriage. This is where the passenger's luggage... The current time is 4 a.m. You are in the recreation carriage. This is where passengers can relax and play games.
I did the baggage, so let's...
Olivia Magnus, Jeffrey... The current time is 4 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage.
My room. Let's go back to my room for a second.
The current time is 4 a.m. The current time is...
Thomas?
The current time is 4 a.m.
Alice and Arthur.
You are in the second-class carriage. This is Thomas Carter's room. An assortment of poetry and classic literature is strewn haphazardly across the bed.
Engage with these
Alice Christie and
with Allison. See what
See
she says.
anything
Why
out
she
of the
says
ordinary?
what she says.
Nothing so far. But what a mess it is in here.
Olivia claims to have been in here from 1 to 2. I wonder if that American baggage boy has anything to do with this theft.
He's been really rude lately, hasn't he? You'd think he'd have more respect for us, with this being his first time on the train.
Say, what is that on the floor? Is that a cork?
Yes, it is. And I know that smell anywhere.
Oh. Evidence.
It's Sebastiani's fine Italian Pinot Grigio, the specialty of my kitchen.
Could it be?
Yes, it's unmistakable. This must be from the stolen bottle of wine.
My thoughts exactly. This is really quite mysterious. 2 identical bottles of wine, one stolen and the other used to commit murder. The big question is, which one is which?
Whatever happened to Magnus's bottle anyway? It wasn't in his room when his poor daughter found him dead.
I suppose there are 2 options, aren't there? The murder weapon could either be a bottle hidden somewhere in this room, or it could be the empty bottle that mysteriously showed up in Klaus's room just after the murder.
That's true.
In Klaus's room? Why didn't you tell me this earlier? He could just as easily be our thief, with that alcohol addiction of his.
Let's take this one bottle at a time. If I were Thomas, where would I hide something secret?
Check under the bed. Anyone who knows anything about wine knows to keep it in a dark place.
What, uncorked?
Anyone who thinks they know anything about wine.
Well, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. There's a half-empty bottle of wine under there.
So we know either the murderer or the wine thief was here in this room.
Either way you look at it, this isn't a good look for Thomas Carter.
You have encountered a new story moment. Dodgy buggers.
Really, Thomas?
The time is 4:30 a.m. You hear a gunshot from the
Oh,
first
come
class
on.
carriage. Once again, several people are clustered around the Magnus room, both passengers and staff.
Well, let's investigate it.
You want to know what happened? Do you ask?
Holy catfish. The fallen young man.
Calm yourselves.
Do you ask?
He could easily be hiding again.
I had nothing to do with this, you swine. Get your hands off me.
Do you ask?
Frustrated chef.
I'd better open the kitchen for Klaus again.
Do you ask?
Why is he... Nobody's really saying anything, really.
Jeffrey? Jeffrey, what's happened? Are you all right? Oh no. No, no.
Do you ask?
Why on earth are they fighting?
Do you ask?
How mysterious. That sounded just like a gunshot.
Do you ask?
I'm not asking.
Please, calm down, everyone. Thomas and I, we opened a bottle of champagne, that's all. But the champagne must have been greatly pressurized. The cork hit me here, in my chest. It hurt like hell, that's why I'm holding it. Don't worry. I'm not injured. Please, everyone, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. Everything is under control.
The current time is 4:30 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage. This is the Magnus family's room, where William James Magnus III. The current time is 4:30 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage. This is where wealthy passengers have large,
Let's go to
extravagant
Magnus's room.
The current
Nobody's
time
there.
is 4:30 a.m. You are in the first-class carriage. This is the Magnus family's room, where William James Magnus III lies dead. The current time is 4:30 a.m.
Nobody's
The current time is
here.
4:30 a.m. The current time is 4:30. The current time is 4:30 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. The current time is 4:30 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is Thomas Carter's room. An assortment of poetry and classic literature is strewn haphazardly across the bed.
Run over evidence
Magnus
one more
ordered a
time.
bottle of wine before leaving the dining carriage, but the waitress took a long time to fetch it. Alice Christie was the last to see Magnus alive around 11:45. Alice Christie is obsessed with murder mysteries. Olivia, Arthur, John, Catherine and Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr. attended Alice Christie's grand reveal at 3:45 in the recreation carriage. Alice delivered wine to Magnus's room at 1:45. Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr., Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr., and Olivia were playing blackjack together from 11:30 to 12:30. Catherine was away from her family from 11:30 to 12:30 while they were playing blackjack.
Yep.
Catherine said she searched Klaus's room while her husband and son were playing blackjack, but she didn't find anything unusual.
Yeah.
The Chamberlains all fell asleep around 12:30. John Smith is an American. They're dodgy buggers. This was John Smith's first time working on the train. Klaus is addicted to alcohol. Klaus was the only passenger in the dining carriage from 11:30 to a little after midnight. An empty wine bottle was found in Klaus's room after the murder. A blackmail letter addressed to C was found in Magnus's room. Magnus and the Chamberlains were traveling to Istanbul to settle foreign negotiations with Indian businessmen. There were no signs of a struggle in Magnus's room, and the victim had no visible wounds. Olivia and Thomas were having a heated discussion in his room after 1. Olivia immediately suspected that her father was murdered. As his sole kin, Olivia Magnus is favored in her father's will. A bottle of strychnine was found in the kitchen. Only a few people were in a position to use it. Thomas is in a tremendous amount of debt. A half-finished bottle of wine was found in Thomas' room after the murder. The current time is 4:30 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is Thomas Carter's room. An assortment of poetry and classic literature is strewn haphazardly across the bed.
Let's wait.
You take some time to rest. The current time is 4:45 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is Thomas Carter's room. An assortment of poetry and classic literature is strewn haphazardly across the bed. Thomas Carter and Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr. are here.
Let's engage with them, these two.
Aha. There you are.
Hey, I never invited you. Get out of my room.
Tell me, scoundrel, what were you doing with my son? Although he's rather ill-mannered, he's of a much higher class. I couldn't bear for him to be influenced by such a lowlife.
I'm sorry, sir. I must have misheard. Did you just call me a lowlife? I'll have you know that despite my ancestry, I am quite cultured and quite educated. I have read all the classics, many in their original language. I've read Shakespeare and Ovid.
Yes, and you're fit to be one of Shakespeare's villains. If you even think about going near my son again, I'll...
You'll what exactly? Call up some of your contacts?
Excuse me.
Don't think for a second. I don't know what you and Magnus have been up to. I know all about your shady dealings. I've been keeping quiet for Olivia's sake, but if you really want to make threats, know that two can play that game.
Why, you... How dare you insinuate that about William and myself? We've both been upstanding gentlemen since the moment we were in business together.
If you've really been so honest, what was old Magnus doing writing a blackmail letter on the train?
What?
Don't play dumb with me. Olivia saw a note her father was writing to demand money from someone named C. Magnus must have been holding your past over you to extort as much as he could. A prime motive for murder.
Hold your tongue. I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but that letter could have just as easily been for you.
It's true.
I bet William wrote that letter to scare you off so his daughter would marry my failure of a son instead. Though why she would want to marry either of you is beyond me.
You leave Olivia out of this.
And if you really want to talk about a motive, how about all that money Olivia stands to inherit as her father's sole heir? Think it'll help you pay off all the debt you're in?
You fiend.
Mark my words, Carter. Your devious plan to marry Olivia and take her money to pay off your debts will not succeed as long as I'm alive. Your misdeeds will be brought to light. Just you wait and see.
The current time is 5 a.m.
And an hour
You are in
till
the second-class carriage. This is Thomas Carter's
I
room.
can't interact with them
An
anymore.
assortment of poetry
An
and
hour till the
classic
trainer
literature
arrives.
is strewn haphazardly across the bed. The current time is 5 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is where average passengers have modest rooms. There is nobody here to talk to.
Wait, I could wait a bit. And hopefully someone comes in. Let's go to the recreation carriage. No, not the evidence.
The current time is 5 a.m.
Thank you.
The current time is 5 a.m. You are in the recreation carriage. This is where passengers can relax and play games. There is nobody here to... The current time is 5 a.m.
What are you doing in the
You
baggage
are in the
carriage?
baggage carriage. This is where the passenger's luggage is stored. There is a door towards the rear of the train labeled Staff Only.
Sorry, Christine, but what are you doing here?
Oh, Robert. What perfect timing. I was just about to search through your suitcase.
Excuse
Why?
me. Since when did you have the authority to look through passengers' luggage?
Robert, this is a case of murder. I will stop at nothing to figure out who done it.
All right. What have you found?
Right.
You wouldn't believe it. There's a bag here belonging to someone who's not on the train. Someone named Thaddeus Saxton.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
That's not even the tip of the iceberg. Look at what I found in this bag. A knife. Sharpened and ready to deal the killing blow.
What would a knife have to do with Magnus's death? There were no signs of a struggle, nor any obvious wounds.
True, though you must remember that the craftiest of criminals always come with a backup plan.
Was there anything else in this mystery passenger's bag?
Quite a lot more, actually. There were also a few cigars and one of those new snapshot cameras.
Ooh, I wonder if there's anything on that camera.
We won't know anything about the photos it took until we develop the film, though.
I suppose the police will have to do that later. What's that sticking out of the front pocket?
Oh, I hadn't noticed that before. Let's have a look, shall we? My word.
What is it?
It's a banking ledger for the Chamberlains. Some values are circled in red. It seems Mr. Chamberlain was making large cash withdrawals each year.
I wonder what that was doing in Thaddeus Saxton's suitcase.
I bet you Chamberlain is, but...
So true. Now, you don't mind me looking through your luggage, do you?
Go ahead.
Yes. I see. Well, Robert, your bag checks out. Though I must say, you need to purchase more up-to-date newspapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been one for reading the news. I just keep an old newspaper around so I can pretend to be busy.
I'll have to remember that next time I need to eavesdrop.
Yeah.
Now I'm afraid I must leave you. I need to do one final sweep in the Magnus room. Time is of the essence.
Good luck in your
Sure.
investigation.
Interesting.
The current time is 5:15 a.m.
Now
You are
John
in the
Smith
baggage
is
carriage.
here.
This is where the passenger's luggage is stored. There is
I
a
haven't
door
interviewed
towards the
John
rear
Smith.
of the train labeled Staff Only.
This is not good. Where could it have gone? That damn Catherine. No wonder she was going on and on. Alice must have asked her to stall me. Damn, this is not looking good for me.
What's wrong, John?
Bah. Robert! Don't you have something better to do than to spy on me?
I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention to listen in. Though I did hear you say that something was missing.
Oh, yes, that, fine. I'll let you in on another secret. I've been keeping tabs on the Chamberlain's bank accounts for quite some time now.
Really? How do you even have access to those?
That's on a need-to-know basis. What I can tell you is, they've been making large withdrawals of cash on a regular basis. I had a bank ledger as proof, but now it looks like it's in the hands of that damn waitress. No wonder she's been so interested in searching all the luggage. She must have been bribed to retrieve it.
Couldn't she have just stumbled across it while investigating Mr. Magnus's murder?
She's been trying to get into the luggage all night, even before the old man was found dead. I bet investigating's just been a clever cover story for her true intentions of hiding all the evidence.
Do you think Alice could have been the one to murder Mr. Magnus?
Look, kid, the way I see it, that's the way all the evidence is pointing. Just after midnight in the baggage carriage, she was ranting to me about strychnine and how it's overused in murder mysteries. Do you really think it's a coincidence that old man Magnus was found poisoned 2 hours later?
That would be a strange coincidence.
That would.
What I just don't understand is how she could have gotten a bottle of strychnine back to the kitchen after she did the deed. She was in the baggage carriage getting ready for bed by the time the kitchen carriage closed, so surely the chef would have noticed something if she doubled back after delivering Magnus's wine at 1:45.
Good
true.
point.
What a damn disaster of a night. Do me a favor, will you? Stop sticking your nose into other people's business. There have been too many cooks in this kitchen, and the killer might get away because of it. We're just about to arrive at the station, so here's your bag. Now, get lost.
Wow.
The current time is 5:30 a.m.
Alright, let's look at all the evidence.
You are
We've
in
only
the
got 30
baggage
minutes to
carriage.
solve this crime.
This is where the passenger's luggage is stored. There is a door towards the rear of the train labeled Staff Only. John Smith is here. You can't interact anymore.
Okay, let's listen.
Magnus ordered a bottle of wine before leaving the dining carriage, but the waitress took a long time to fetch it.
This is true.
Alice
Chamberlain
Christie was
took a
the
while
last to
fetch
see
it.
Magnus alive around 11:45.
Oh,
Alice
Christine,
Christie is
sorry.
obsessed with murder mysteries. Olivia, Arthur, John, Catherine and Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr. attended Alice Christie's grand reveal at 3:45 in the recreation carriage.
Correct.
Alice Christie and John Smith were talking about strychnine from 12 to 12:30 in the baggage carriage. Alice delivered wine to Magnus's room at 1:45 to midnight. Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr., Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr., and Olivia were playing blackjack together
This
from
is
11:30 to 12:30. Catherine was away from her family from 11:30 to 12:30 while they were playing blackjack. Catherine said she searched Klaus's room while her husband and son were playing blackjack, but she didn't find anything unusual. The Chamberlains all fell asleep around 12:30. The Chamberlains were making large cash payments to someone. John Smith is an American. They're dodgy buggers. This was John Smith's first time working on the train. Klaus is addicted to alcohol.
This is true.
Klaus was the only passenger in the dining carriage from 11:30 to a little after midnight.
I think it's Christine.
An empty wine bottle was found in Klaus's room after the murder. A blackmail letter addressed to C was found in Magnus's room. Magnus and the Chamberlains were traveling to Istanbul to settle foreign negotiations with Indian businessmen. There were no signs of a struggle in Magnus's room, and the victim had no visible wounds.
We know that he had no defensive wounds, so he knew his attacker.
Olivia and Thomas were having a heated discussion in his room after 1. William Magnus wanted his daughter to marry Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr. instead of Thomas Carter. Olivia immediately suspected that her father was murdered. As his sole kin, Olivia Magnus is favored in her father's will. Alice discovered luggage belonging to a passenger named Thaddeus Saxton. There was a knife inside. William Magnus and Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr. may share a criminal background. A bottle of strychnine was found in the kitchen. Only a few people were in a position to use it. Thomas is in a tremendous amount of debt. A half-finished bottle of wine was found in Thomas' room after the murder.
Yeah. In Thomas's room. A bottle of wine was found in Thomas's room. A bottle of wine was found in Klaus's room. Although Klaus really isn't that much of a wine drinker.
The current time is 5:30 a.m.
Got half an hour.
You are in the baggage carriage.
So here
This
I
is
can't
where the
interact with
passenger's
him
luggage
anymore.
is stored. There is a door towards the rear of the train labeled Staff Only. John Smith is here. You can't interact anymore.
To the recreation carriage.
The current time is 5:30 a.m. You are in the recreation carriage. This is where passengers can relax and play games.
Baggage carriage where it just came from.
The current time is 5:30 a.m. You are in the second-class carriage. This is where average passengers have modest rooms. There is nobody here to talk to.
Wish I could. And I wish I could be plugging this out. I know the heart on the. Let me see here. Hang on. Turn it sideways. Be plotting this out. Okay. Had to turn the phone sideways so I could see what it said. To the first class carriage.
The current time is 5:30 a.m.
Let's
You
wait
are in the
15
first
minutes.
class carriage.
I'm gonna have to.
This is where wealthy passengers have large, extravagant.
I'm gonna wait 15 minutes.
The time is 5:45 a.m. The long journey to Istanbul has come to an end. Everybody has gathered in the recreation carriage, prepared to disembark. This is your last chance to communicate with the passengers and staff before being interrogated by the police.
Alright, let's go talk to him.
You would like to know the others' thoughts regarding how William James Magnus III died. Do you ask?
I'm gonna ask everybody, see what they say.
I don't know. I'm so tired. The police will handle this, won't they?
Do you ask?
Magnus had his fair share of enemies, but I believe this case is simpler than it seems. I bet it was that Klaus Metz chap all along.
No, it's not.
Do you
Klaus.
ask?
It was that
Catherine.
communist over there. How can anyone doubt it? Just look at his guilty face.
Do you ask?
It was
Jeffrey
that bloody
Senior.
Thomas Carter. It's always bloody Thomas
Or
Carter.
Junior.
Do you ask?
Jeez. Thomas.
I've given it a great deal of thought, and I find the baggage boy to be the most suspicious. I bet he murdered Mr. Magnus while we all had our backs turned and used his servant's position to get away with it.
Do you ask?
I say that capitalist pig finally saw the light and killed himself.
Do you ask?
How would he kill himself?
It had to have been the business partner. He had the best motive, more so than any of the rest of us.
Do you ask?
No, I think it was the waitress. I'm thinking it was the waitress. I think it was Alice.
I still can't shake the feeling that there was some collusion in Mr. Magnus's murder. I just wish I had a little more time.
Do you ask?
An easy chef.
Since Alice failed to find a criminal, I'd say the old man really just died of heart failure.
No.
Do you ask?
You're finished.
It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and the train has arrived at the station. As soon as the station staff realize what happened, they call the police. You are approached by an officer and asked what you know about the situation. Be careful, you can only convince the officer if you select evidence that points at your suspect.
I can only select evidence.
Do you tell them?
Okay, this all says that these people did it. Let's review the evidence log so I don't get anything mixed up. Review evidence log. Okay.
Magnus ordered a bottle of wine before leaving the dining carriage, but the waitress took a long time to fetch it. Alice Christie was the last to see Magnus alive around 11:45. Alice Christie is obsessed with murder mysteries. Olivia, Arthur, John, Catherine and Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr. attended Alice Christie's grand reveal at 3:45 in the recreation carriage. Alice Christie and John Smith were talking about strychnine from 12 to 12:30 in the baggage carriage. Alice delivered wine to Magnus's room at 1:15 to midnight. Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr., Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr., and Olivia were playing blackjack together from 11:30 to 12:30. Catherine was away from her family from 11:30 to 12:30 while they were playing blackjack. Catherine said she searched Klaus's room while her husband and son were playing blackjack, but she didn't find anything unusual. The Chamberlains all fell asleep around 12:30. The Chamberlains were making large cash payments to someone. John Smith is an American. They're dodgy buggers. This was John Smith's first time working on the train. Klaus is addicted to alcohol. Klaus was the only passenger in the dining carriage from 11:30 to a little after midnight. An empty wine bottle was found in Klaus's room after the murder. A blackmail letter addressed to C was found in Magnus's room. Magnus and the Chamberlains were traveling to Istanbul to settle foreign negotiations with Indian businessmen. There were no signs of a struggle in Magnus's room, and the victim had no visible wounds. Olivia and Thomas were having a heated discussion in his room after 1. William Magnus wanted his daughter to marry Jeffrey Chamberlain Jr. instead of Thomas Carter.
The bomb.
Olivia immediately suspected that her father was murdered. As his sole kin, Olivia Magnus is favored in her father's will. Alice discovered luggage belonging to a passenger named Thaddeus Saxton. There was a knife inside. William Magnus and Jeffrey Chamberlain Sr. may share a criminal background. A bottle of strychnine was found in the kitchen. Only a few people were in a position to use it. Thomas is in a tremendous amount of debt. A half-finished bottle of wine was found in Thomas' room after the murder.
No. I'm gonna point at Catherine. She's addicted to novels. She took too long with the wine. She could have gotten strychnine for it. Klaus. I don't think Klaus or Thomas did it. Because Klaus isn't a big wine drinker. I'm gonna go with Catherine. See what happens.
All right. What sort of evidence do you have to prove that? Do you tell him?
Magnus ordered a bottle of wine before leaving the diners carriage, but the waitress took a long time to fetch it. Alice Christine was the last to see Magnus alive, around 11:45. Alice Christine is obsessed with... Doesn't make her, you know... Just because she's obsessed with murder mysteries doesn't mean she's actually... Olivia, John, Arthur, Christine, and Jeffrey attended. Yeah. I'm gonna say this one.
I don't see how that points to Catherine.
Do you tell him?
This was last see Magnus alive. Murder mysteries now. Grand reveal. Christine and John Smith were talking about strychnine.
I don't see how that points to Catherine.
Do you tell him?
Oh boy. Right, it was... next choices. Yeah. But she could have had time. I have no clue.
That makes sense.
Do you tell him?
See Magnus alive. We'll go with this one. Since
I don't see how that points to Catherine.
points to Catherine.
Do you tell him?
Well, I picked the one that your next choices. Thank you. Son was playing blackjack, but she didn't find anything unusual, which is true. Large cash payments to someone. That's true.
That makes sense.
Do you tell him?
Jeffrey Sr., Jeffrey Jr., and Olivia were playing blackjack together from 11 to 12:30. Uh, 12:30. Next choices? After one.
I don't see how
No,
that
that
points
doesn't
to
point to
Catherine.
Catherine.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you tell him?
I don't see how that points to Catherine.
Oh my gosh.
Do you tell him?
That doesn't really there. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Do you tell him?
No, no. So Klaus. No. No, I'm gonna say that's all I've got.
I'm sorry, sir, but I just don't see your argument. We'll need more than that if we're going to arrest somebody.
Ah.
The year is 1906. 2 days have passed since you arrived at the station. Klaus Metz is the obvious suspect, having voiced his hatred of the upper class. However, after being arrested and tried, there is insufficient evidence to convict him. He certainly had the motive, but lacked the both means and the opportunity. The murderer remains at large. Perhaps you missed something in your investigation.
Darn it. Yeah, story moments. I got 4 out of 11. Who do you think it was? I think I'll play this again at another time and try to figure out who the murderer was. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, please click that like button down below. If you want me to solve this mystery on who the murderer was, click that like button down below, leave a comment, and as always, don't forget to join the pack and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell to let you know when I'm streaming and when I'm posting, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Story time.